What is up, everyone? It has been a few days. We have been doing pretty much nothing but working for the last 3 or 4 days. We found a really awesome spot on a river and had good cell signal, so we took the opportunity to hang out and get some work done. But now we are heading off on our next adventure, and we are going to head into Big Sur. So for those of you that don't know right now, Big Sur is actually cut off from the rest of the state via highway access because of 2 landslides that happen on the north end of Big Sur and then further south from Big Sur. So on Highway 1. So Highway 1 is completely cut off in that section. So there's no real easy way to get to it. So we have to go kind of through some back mountain roads and things like that, kind of go in the back way to get to it. So it's going to be a bit of an adventure. But from what it sounds like, I mean, I'm getting multiple different stories on it. One, some people say it's going to be a difficult road to navigate. Other people say it's just a windy, narrow mountain road, which we're totally used to, totally fine with. So that is going to be a fun adventure, and I'm excited to actually get to see Big Sur, and hopefully that actually means there's going to be less crowds anyway. Let's see, what else? Campsites. So a lot of you did ask to have us do the how we find campsites video, so we're going to do that probably next week. Don't quote me on that, but we'll do it soon. But I'll give you kind of a sneak preview of it as we're doing this, because we're going to have to find a couple of campsites here in Big Sur and around Big Sur, so we will we'll take you along on that adventure of trying to find a campsite, because we don't have anything booked. We don't have we don't have a specific spot picked out or anything like that. We're just winging it like we always do. So let's head out. Okay, so we're looking for a campsite here near Big Sur. So Big Sur and the kind of surrounding communities, they're all surrounded by the Los Padres National Forest, and generally National Forest land is open to dispersed camping, or which is essentially dry camping, not an established campsite, no amenities, anything like that. So if you find an area that you can camp on, you can camp there. So basically like pullouts or just smaller campsites, things like that. So this one, typically I would start by looking on like freecampsites.com or .net, freecampsites.net, or like iOverlander or something like that. I didn't find a whole lot on those websites, other than just some pull-offs down closer to Big Sur. But I did look on the National Forest website, and they do allow dispersed camping in this area. So basically what I did, and what I often do, is I pulled up my satellite view, Google Maps satellite view, or Google Earth, and just looked down some forest roads and looked at the satellite view to see if there was anything that looked like it may be a campsite. And I found one, so I've got it pinned on my map, and we have the GPS heading there right now. So it's down a little bit of a forest road, should be kind of windy, probably a dirt road. So let's see, we're 14 miles from the turnoff. So in 14 miles, we will see what we've gotten ourselves into. What do you think, Nate?
Well, we have made it to the turnoff, basically the top of this ridge line we've been climbing. So the road in, I don't know, I guess I was a lot more nervous about it. It's really windy, and it's, kind of sort of steep, I guess, but the road on Highway 1, actually coming in from the coast, from Highway 101, that you saw in last week's vlog, was about the same, honestly. It may have been a little. This one had a lot more blind corners, so like, you know, like meeting people in those corners was really the biggest hazard, I think. But that being said, we've made it to where the road splits off, and this is what our GPS is looking like. I'm gonna focus on here. Yeah. Okay. So I don't know if you can see that or not, but we'll see. It looks pretty good from right here. I'm actually going to hop out and kind of jog up the trail a little bit to make sure it's good as far as like I can see. But yeah, I think we're going to do that real quick, and then if all looks good, we're going to go check it out. Okay, so it's pretty good drop off on that one side, this side all the way around. It looks wide enough and enough clearance, but there's 0 turnarounds. So, I don't know that I want to take the van up there and get stuck. We may consider biking to check it out.
Okay.
So let's talk about it.
Well, honestly, we have no cell signal up here either. And there are, I don't know if
lots of,
there's biting flies. Yeah, they've been swarming me. I've been running around in circles since you've been gone.
Okay, so we're just going down.
Let's keep driving.
Yeah,
but this is definitely a
spot that we would
option to consider.
Yeah, come back and investigate. So.
Yeah.
Well, we made it.
Yay! It's so pretty. I don't think I'm ever gonna leave.
This rock?
Yes, this rock. This is my rock. I hereby declare this rock to be Stephanie Rock.
That's a good one. There's a beach down that way.
I know, I don't know that you can get to it though.
Oh, we can get to it. We've got ropes.
Bet you won't. This is a landslide area.
So we kind of sort of don't really have any plans as we're down here. Basically, this way, the road is open for another like 30 miles, and back that way, the road's open for another like 8 or 9 miles. So, you know, like 39 miles to explore. Super windy though, so it's not like, you know, it's going to take a half hour to explore the whole thing. So anyway, we are just going to drive and see what kind of like pretty sights. I mean, this whole area is beautiful, so it doesn't take much to find a pretty sight. But we're just going to keep our eyes open for like campsites / pull-offs, anything like that for basically potentials for tonight. So we did find one spot that was up at a trailhead that was up in the mountains just a little ways. But, you know, if we make it 20 miles that way, we'd rather not come 20 miles back this way just to stop for the night. So we'll see. Basically, it's all up in the air. So anyway, I think we're going to start driving again. Okay, since we kind of don't really have much of an idea of where we're going, what we're doing, we're pretty much just going to actually go to the local bar, sit down and talk to the bartender and see if we can get some local intel. Because there's a lot of stuff that's closed just because of low tourism, because of the slides. So anyway, that's our first stop.
Okay, so we kind of struck out there. We didn't find any good, helpful tips for exploring the area, but we did get some Wi-Fi for a few minutes, so we were able to identify on our own a few spots that we're going to check out. So we're gonna turn back around. This we got all the way to the end of where you can get to in Big Sur right now, so the bridge is out just north of here. So we're gonna turn back around, head back south. We saw a few places that we can pull off, maybe do a hike or two, and then continue south to some different beaches, and basically today we're just going to do a little bit of recon for whatever we want to do tomorrow. And then we saw a few spots that looked pretty good as far as pull-offs in the forest, the national forest, that we can camp at tonight. So that's our basic plan. We'll go from there, see what happens.
So beach access has actually been kind of hard to come by. There's honestly been a lot of private land, but we have come across a spot, obviously, that we are not trespassing on. No, I promise, we're actually not trespassing. And yeah, so it looks like it leads down to a beach. Just a little rocky path, gravelly, kind of slippery. Anyway, I also hear water flowing down there, so I'm assuming there's a waterfall of some kind, I hope.
Alrighty, good morning everyone. So I actually don't know where we left off last night. The cameras all ran out of batteries. Our bad. Oops, I don't know how that happened. So I know we went into Big Sur, and then we went on a little hike, and I think that may have been where we left off. So after we went on that little hike, we basically we went on a couple of little just scouting out some areas for today. So we found a beach that we want to go to today, and then we found a campsite. So we came up to I think this is called Mill Creek Road, and there's a whole bunch of different pull-offs and just basically just dispersed camping. It's all on national forest land like what we were looking at before. And I want to show you guys this, and this is actually not the best campsite here. We got in super late, and so all of the good campsites were already taken, but it's pretty decent. It's more of a kind of a roadside pull-off, but we've been here all night and all morning, and we have not seen any other cars drive by. Anyway, so this is our view this morning. So it's pretty gorgeous, actually. And we're about, I don't know, maybe a mile up the road. So we're just a mile from the coast. So it's pretty good. Like I said, all of the other campsites actually closer. You can see the ocean, and they're actually way better, way more beautiful. But, you know, when you come in late at night, you get what you get. So I think today we're going to go up to the beach and hang out for the day and see what kind of stuff we can find. So Pyrus has found a lizard that she's stalking. This will keep her entertained for hours. It is so funny. What's really funny about it is the lizard is over there somewhere. Don't tell her that though. She'll be entertained for the next couple hours, and I don't have to keep an eye on her much. And then the personality of the other dog tied him up outside this morning, and he jumped back in the van and is sleeping. So So this is the road that we came in on to find our campsite. We just actually drove up the hill and back down, and you can already see the ocean. So we definitely didn't drive too far to find this campsite, but it is a pretty rocky, steep, windy road. Not anything that you need like 4-wheel drive or anything for. Not even really high clearance. I mean, I saw, was it a Civic? Yeah, I've seen several just small cars, like sedans up here. So just take it slow and take your time and it's fine. Great view right here.
No, probably no Class A motorhomes, probably no Class C motorhomes, probably like van.
Yeah.
Truck camper.
Probably like 25 to 30 feet max, just because of the tight turns. This is so pretty.
Wow.
That's quite the view. There are no campsites that have this view though, unfortunately.
Maybe. We had to pass like 4 campsites on the way up.
Right. But no campsites that have this particular view. Oh, I just spilled coffee on myself. Okay.
Okay, so we just got back from scoping out the beach. This is a, Sand Dollar Beach? Yep, Sand Dollar Beach. So we scoped it out, took Pyres for a run, and now we have gotten back, and there's a lot of people surfing and longboarding down there. So we are going to take the paddle boards down there and see if we can surf our paddle boards. We have never done that before, and so we're pretty excited to give that a shot. Anyway, the water's cold, so we have got our wetsuits on, and I think that's it, honestly.
Yeah.
Is that it?
We'll probably leave this camera here and just take the GoPro.
Yeah.
And
so this is the last narration for a bit. We're just going to throw the GoPro under the sup paddle and I don't know. Okay, you ready?
Let's go.
All right, let's go.
I'm running out of time, every day goes by so fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars. We can do what we like. We can do what we like, baby, while we're young.
So, paddleboarding was so much fun. What do you think, Nate?
Yeah,
Was it fun?
it was awesome. Like, it was harder than I thought to catch a wave, but it was easier to stand up in the waves and like paddle out than I thought it was going to be. Overall, it was a blast. I know, like, if we did it a few times a week, like, we'd be so strong.
Oh my gosh, my legs are wrecked
it was
right
a
now.
super workout.
Yeah, super good workout. But it's super fun, like standing up on the paddleboard. going over the waves is actually easier than I would have thought. Like, we've surfed before, and getting out behind the break is the hardest thing, but it's actually like relatively easy if you're on the paddleboard. So had an absolute blast. So on our way over to paddleboarding this morning, we actually saw a whole bunch of dolphins just right off the coast, and we were able to get some video of that. So that was super cool. So we actually just kind of pulled over just for a second, just to take a break, and I just happened to look out and saw them. I just saw one at first, but there were a bunch of them.
There's a dozen, at least.
Yeah. There were a ton. Anyway, so what else, Nate? What's on the agenda next?
So that's all we're doing on Highway 1. You know, it's like we mentioned earlier, there's a landslide north and a landslide south.
Highway 1 in Big Sur, at least.
Yeah, Highway 1 in Big Sur. So we are actually going to go back out the forest road that we came in on, and then we're going to look at a map and see where we need to go next. But that's all for this particular adventure. Right? Yeah, that's all. Okay, yeah, we're about to head out. So anyway, you're going to see some icons popping up here and there. One of them is going to be for our Vanlife playlist, where we kind of teach everybody how to build a camper van if that's your thing. The other one's going to be a subscribe bubble, and the last one's going to be check out our blog, and that'll show you everything there is to our camper van, kind of an index. So until next time, see ya.
Bye.